I've been struggling to make this video for a while, but to be totally fair, it feels a little bit like punching down. When I wrote that originally, I meant it as a joke. Now it feels less like a joke. A lot has changed in the last few months. A lot's been changing over the last decade, my whole life. Everything's been changing. I grew up thinking that America was the greatest country on earth because that's what I was told. And when you're told that by everyone around you, including the entire propaganda machine you grew up with, it's really hard to see past it. For whatever reason, I always wanted to live abroad, and specifically in France. And it wasn't until I lived in France, I lived in Nice, that I realized maybe where I really want to live is Paris. When I came through this city, I fell in love with it. I don't know why. I just have always wanted to live here. Ever since I was a kid, I've always wanted to learn French. I've always wanted to move to France. It's just been in there for literally as long as I can remember. So I don't know where it came from, and I'm glad that it was in there, especially now as an adult in 2026. And the reason that I opened it with that half joke, half not joke about punching down is because when I came here, it wasn't because I was trying to escape anything political. It wasn't because I was trying to necessarily find a better life for myself, although that was part of it. And that is what I have found, for sure. When I left, there was a combination of demons that I was fleeing, hardship, struggles, and a lot of self-recrimination, a lot of blame on myself. These videos that I've seen in the past about people leaving America, why they left, how they see America now, all of those things tend to circle around what I feel like are pretty obvious at this point. There's a long list of things that have shifted over time. Others have gotten worse. Consumer debt is the one that comes to mind when it comes to things getting worse, but that has been fueled by things like gambling. It's insane. When I was back in the States, the amount of commercials I saw for AI and for gambling in crypto, although crypto's its own thing. But the classics like healthcare, physical safety, violent crime along those lines, the amount of time you spend in cars, public transportation, the cost of education, child rearing, childbirth, a lot of it orients around cost and quality of life. And it took me a long time with a number of different myths that have changed over time. I grew up in a very religious household, in a right-leaning portion of a very left-leaning state. I grew up with a lot of cognitive dissonance. I'm lucky that I spent as much time abroad as I have. I've spent most of my adult life abroad at this point, so you can take whatever I have to say with whatever grain of salt you need to. But when I initially set out to make this video, I thought, you know what, I'm gonna detail some of that history, and maybe I still will. I'm working on some of that in the book that I'm editing right now. The demons that I had to overcome, the abuses of my past, the blindness to just how screwed I really was in a lot of ways. And the fortune that I have that I was bullheaded enough to get here and to make it stick.